So I made a decision today to change my life, and I'm here to document the process. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. So this is what I have in my journal. This entry is titled 30 Days. I'm just going to read it out so that I can speak it aloud. I intend to give myself 30 days in which I pour all of my energy into my creative practices. During these 30 days, I will not work at a job and solely focus on my creativity. I will treat my creative practice as if it is my only job, working at it for the hours I would normally spend working at a job. I realize that once again, meaning this is a pattern, the work I'm currently doing is out of fear of not being provided for. I know that if I'm working out of fear and not faith, I will never be able to get out of this cycle. If at the end of 30 days nothing has changed and I have made no money, I will go back to work. If at the end of the 30 days I have made new income from my creativity, I will continue on this path. My reality does not currently align with my ideal reality, and I recognize that I have the power to change it. Not only that, I also have the resources. I have everything I need right in front of me. I just need to put it to use. I believe in myself, and I have faith in Source that I will be provided for. So I hit like a point, and I hit a shift. So I used to be crying out to God, Source, saying, God, please help me. God, please save me. God, please take me out of this situation. God, please fix this. And I realized, I don't know what changed or what clicked, but when I'm doing that, I'm making myself a victim of my circumstances when I've created my circumstances. I'm not the victim. I am the creator of my circumstances. So I shifted it to say, you know what? I'm not accepting this as my reality anymore. I've created this reality, but I'm no longer accepting of it. So instead of saying, Source, please help me. Please save me. Please get me out of this situation. Now I'm saying, Source, I'm not accepting this. I'm demanding that my reality change because this is not okay. I'm not okay with what I'm experiencing right now. So I said, Source, I am demanding that my reality be changed. I'm not okay with what I'm experiencing right now. Tell me exactly what I need to do to change my reality. I know exactly what I want to be experiencing. I know exactly the life that would feel most fulfilling to me. I see it clearly. I said, Source, tell me exactly and make it clear, make it plain. Tell me exactly what do I need to be doing right now, and I will do it. Whatever you tell me to do, I will do it. And a day or two later, Source said, this is exactly what you need to do. And that's what I took that and I immediately started working on it. So, and I got the feeling like if you do this, it's work on the front end, but if you do this, it's going to be something that will take care of you for years to come financially. So like, get to work, let's get moving. Not only that, but I have an opportunity right now creatively to put my work on display, which is something that I have been wanting like some years back. Well, probably a year ago from around this time, I was like really desiring that. And I kind of just gave up on it because it felt like there was so much resistance. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to force it. So I kind of gave up on the idea, and then seemingly out of nowhere, but of course, non-coincidentally, I'm presented with the opportunity. So I have now a clear vision. I'm being guided. I have projects to work on. I'm not going back to work. I'm not going to work tomorrow. I have sick time that I'm going to use tomorrow because that's my time that I get to use. So I'm going to use it tomorrow. I'm not going back to work for the next month. And I'm going to see if I can change my life in 30 days. I want to see if I can, how much my life can change in 30 days just by me making this decision to dedicate myself to my work. I love making YouTube videos. I love doing this, and I just need to keep going. Like, every time I look at my views and be like, oh, nobody's hearing me, nobody's seeing me, that's bringing me down. Like, it's so inspiring to me when I go on somebody's channel and I see that they have 500 videos, and it took them, it wasn't until video 400 that they actually got over like 1,000 views. It's like, you literally just need to keep going and have unwavering faith that what you're doing is helpful, that what you're putting out is benefiting the collective. And every time I get a comment or somebody telling me like, thank you for posting this video, or I can relate to what you're saying, it's just confirmation. Like, I literally sit there cheesing like, oh my God, this is a confirmation to keep going. So I'm going to be going extremely hard for the next 30 days. This is not a vacation. This is not me saying, oh, I'm just taking a break from work. No, like, I'm going to be going harder than I've ever gone before in life, because I have clear visions. I've been told what to do. I have projects and things that I can spend really extreme amounts of time on, and just, I want to make things, like, I want to use the full scope of my creativity. Like, sometimes I create things and it's like, this is really cool, but you could have done so much more. Even with my YouTube videos, it's like, you're capable of doing so much more than what you're doing. With everything, I feel like my creativity is a little bit stifled because I don't allow myself to go 100% into it. So during this time, it's like, I'm going as hard as I possibly can. And by the grace of God, my life is going to be completely different in 30 days. So that's my story. And I have a backup plan. Like I said, if in 30 days nothing shakes for me, nothing happens, I'll go back to work. I'll do it. And I'll be okay with that. But for these next 30 days, I'm going to do everything in my power to change my life. And I'm going to document the whole process in the name of Kepara, in the name of transformation. I feel like my mission right now is to remove every single block from my life. Like anything that's in the way of me living, anything that's in the way of me being where I want to be is just moving it to the side. Like, that's how I feel like I'm moving right now. Like, just pushing stuff to the side. Because I had the realization, like, because I keep thinking about, well, what am I going to tell people when they ask why I'm not working? And it really shouldn't matter, to be honest. But my thought was like, well, just tell them that your job was getting in the way of you living the life that you want to live. I want to be self-employed, and my job was getting in the way of that. And that's really how I feel. Working was getting in the way of me being self-employed. Because, like, the math is mathing. The math is really mathing. So I've already completed something that I had been working on for quite some time, and now I'm working on other things. But what's really exciting is that I had a memory come up this morning of something that I'm working on right now. I had this idea 5 years ago, and at the time I was just so low and like just not in a place where I could make it happen. Well, first of all, I didn't have a lot of the tools and resources and knowledge that I have now, but like I could have received that if I had just changed my mindset a little bit, but I literally was not in a place to be able to receive that at that time and make it happen. So it's amazing it was, to me, it was like a confirmation that you're on the right path, because not that I feel like I could be on the wrong path, but it was just confirmation that you're on the right path, because we've been telling you to do this. You're just finally in the place where you're actually able to hear it, to listen, and then take action and make it happen. So yeah, I feel good about that, knowing like I'm doing what I always was supposed to do. It's just that I finally got to the place where I now have the confidence and the self-assurance to be able to actually execute. I also wanted to talk about my heart. So I have on my carnelian heart today, but lately I've been talking to my heart, and every time I talk to my heart, it's like I see this little being, this little like child that's scared to, it's like my heart wants to show everybody love. My heart wants to like give everyone a big hug and be super loving towards everyone. But my heart is like fearful of people being cruel and mean and not accepting my love. So it's like my heart has like put itself in a timeout in the corner, because that's what that happened to me when I was young. Like, people were cruel to me, and I feel like that's what shut down my heart. That's what closed off my heart. So right now, it's really been on my heart to also like clear those blocks and just be able to like give everyone a big hug every time I see them. Because there's literally part of me that's like, when I see people, I'm on the inside, I'm super excited and I want to give them a hug, but I like, my exterior is like, don't get too excited. Like, don't be too loving, because what if it's not received well? And I really want to like shatter all of those beliefs and feelings that I have, because we all need hugs. We all need love. And I feel like I have so much of it. We all do in our hearts when we tap in. And so that's a big block that's gonna get broken down, because I want to be loving to everybody and just lead with love and move with love and not close myself off, because what's the point? That's not protecting me. That's just making me experience a lack of love. I just did my hair. I needed it desperately. My hair was telling me, please get me together. I feel like it looks so nice. I've never twisted it before. This is new. And I'm excited to see how it looks when I take down the twist. Oh. So, I created a gratitude journal, and it's gonna look a little bit different than this because I had to make some adjustments, but this is the cover and this says not for resale. So this is just a proof. It's not gonna look like this if you were to buy it, but this is the cover and this is the back. And I drew this myself, and on the interior we have daily gratitude. I have so much to be grateful for. And then I put an affirmation on each page and a place to write the date. Like I said, I changed the format a little bit because it didn't look amazing. Like the spacing was kind of off, so I changed it so it'll be a little different. But I created this and I'm about to publish it on Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, and I'm feeling very excited. I'm feeling elated. I'm feeling ecstatic because I've spent so much time just creating, and there's just like this feeling of when is it going to pay off? And I'm starting to make things now that can actually bring me money. So I'm just excited. Like, I'm excited. It's a step in the right direction, that's for sure. So I'm gonna be published, self-published in a few seconds, because I'm about to publish this now.